Welcome back to Nortman Reviews, everyone. I'm your host, John Norton, and we are getting back into more X-Men. Big surprise. We finished up the Onslaught storyline, and then I did some Punisher comics that I personally found exciting. But now we're just going to finish up some Joe Mad Visionaries and his run on X-Men, and I might do some Astonishing X-Men 2 by Joss Whedon. And then we're going to get into the Age of Apocalypse storyline, which on my poll was what had won for what you guys were most interested in seeing. But I need to collect some of those issues and figure out which ones I want to showcase and highlight, because there's a lot of storylines going on in that one. So that's taking me a minute to get all that set up. So in the meantime, let's continue on with some Joe Mad art. I got this Visionaries book. We've gone through about half of it. It doesn't collect everything that he's done, so there will be some other issues, individual issues that we'll do. It's, not greatest condition, as you can see, but, I don't know. Don't at me. So, we're at X-Men number 341. A Christmas issue, which is always kind of fun, seeing the superheroes and just a normal routine sometimes, and not just like fighting for their lives all the time. You get a little bit more characterization. So on the cover you see here Cannonball and Gladiator. So what's Gladiator suddenly doing here, and what's Cannonball going to be able to do alone against the power of Gladiator? So let's find out, shall we? So here we are with the X-Men. You got Bishop, Gambit, Boring as Fuck Joseph, Rogue. That's Beast in like a holographic human version. His girlfriend Trish Tilby, she's a reporter or something. And then Cannonball here, who was on X-Force, New Mutants, and then he graduated, so now he's an X-Man. I don't know. So they're in New York, Times Square, Rockefeller Center. Is that where this is? With the big tree lighting and the ice skating. So, cool opening. And they're all happy, and there's a lot of words here, and Beast is just going on and on and on and on about something. And they're like, oh yeah, what are you talking about? What did you just say? What does that mean in English? And he basically is going to say, it looks like we're going to have a white Christmas. He was just going over a bunch of meteorological and weather terms that no one understood. Exactly. So they're just chit-chatting, and these two want to go to dinner. Like, who wants to come with us? And Gambit's like, I'm out. And Rogue's like, but Remy, I thought that you and me and Born as Fuck Joseph could get in a three-way. He's like, messy anyway, Cher, but I don't want to be in a devil's three-way. Three's a crowd. No. But yeah, he's, she's hanging out with Joseph more often because he's Magneto, and Rogue and Magneto had a thing going on at some point, and Gambit's jealous. Why wouldn't you be? So he fucks off. And he's like, okay, what about us? And then Joseph's like, no, we have plans as well. And she's like, we do? He's like, yes, but okay, here we go. And gets on this carriage ride. And they take off. Bishop, he's like, I don't want to come up with an excuse. I just want to go home and relax. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you for your honesty. I'll see you later. He's like, what about you, Sam? He's like, actually, I do want to go with you, but I got to pick up some Christmas gifts. So he has this big fucking long list because, he's from the South, and I guess they have a lot of kids. So he's like, I'll meet you there at the restaurant. Cool. They're like, we'll never see him again. So he's walking through, and he walks by the Punisher. Coincidentally. I mean, has a little Punisher skull on him there, and he's just hanging out. He's just thinking to himself about things with the X-Men, just to kind of recap everyone. Fau Schwartz, is this a real store? You tell me. And he goes in, and it's fucking madness here, this toy store. Everyone's going crazy. Kids are going crazy. People are trying to buy stuff. It's Christmas, last minute shopping. He's like, just think of it's a danger room with kids. So then this young lady is like, can I help you? And he's looking for a game. She's like, oh, we sold out 3 months ago. Can I interest you in anything else? I reckon. She has little hearts. She wants to feel his cannonball. If you know what I mean. And then suddenly, it says here, just in case you didn't know, suddenly, how many batteries to light that? I want one. I thought you said you were sold out. That's funny. So, something like lights up, appears there, and out jumps this dude. You can kind of tell who it is and where it's going. And Cannonball grabs her. Pardon my hands, man, but I got to take the opportunity, I guess. So he takes, he rescues her as he comes barreling in. And it's Gladiator of the Imperial Guard. He's like, yeah, it's me. I'm awesome. I came to search for the X-Men, and I found you, so you will do. So, meanwhile, they jumped on this carriage ride, and boring as fuck Joseph is levitating it with his magnetic powers. Would that work with the horse and everything there? I don't know. I'm sure it's fucking scaring the driver, and the fucking horse is probably losing his goddamn mind. And a nice little moment where the driver is like, you're a mutant, huh? But he's like, I don't care that you're a mutant. They're fine with me. And they're like, cool, that means a lot. So they want to go be dropped off at the World Trade Center. And not terribly far away at 387 Park Avenue South. And if I understand that correctly, that's Marvel headquarters, at least at the time. And whoever this is, the editor, he's talking to somebody, and he's talking to his wife how he's going to be late. It's like, I have books 3 days from shipping, and Scott and Joe haven't even started the next issue. Scott Lobdell and Joe Madureira. So he's like going to be late, and then he sees these guys come floating by. He's like, actually, I've been working too hard. I'll be home soon. Just a quick little funny gag. I guess it's funny. So, back with Cannonball, he just decides to fuck up Gladiator for no reason. Like, I don't understand this. Like, yeah, Gladiator came barreling down and kind of crashed into some people, but like Cannonball, you don't know what's going on. You don't know if he did that on purpose. Is he attacking? No, but Cannonball just decides to like go after Gladiator, which is not a great idea. I don't care who you are. This fellow took on the Fantastic Four and won. Yeah, he's a fucking badass. He's basically Superman. So Cannonball comes busting in, blows him out the building. Through a wall, out one building into another and out again. And then they stop. He's like, but I can't stop mid-blast. That ain't possible. Impossible, Terran. Is a matter of perspective. Because, yeah, Gladiator is a fucking badass. The harder I push against you, the harder you push. Precisely, stupid. So, but Cannonball wises up. Instead of pushing on him, he grabs him and takes him the other way. So they go flinging out, crash landing into something, probably killing dozens of people. Good job, Cannonball. So, at the Twin Towers, up top, you can tell what year, this was written before. Boring as fuck Joseph brings Rogue here, and he brings up this chamber, and he kind of talks about, the history of it. She's like, cool, but why are you doing that? This is getting a little creepy, Joseph. Do you not have any social skills? No, I don't. Basically, he's here saying that it's going to repress her powers. It's supposed to stop psionic powers, but it can do more than that, apparently, or he did something to change it. So she's able to touch. So he unzips his pants. Close your eyes, Rogue, and get on your knees, right? That's what he wants to say. But no, he's a nice guy. And he just kisses her on the forehead, and this is a nice moment, even though I just made it vulgar. Kisses her on the forehead, and I just love the emotion that he was able to convey on her, tenderness of it, the sadness of it, the joy she's also getting from it. Like, she hasn't felt something like this in a long, long time, when it didn't like zap somebody's powers. It's like, I don't know what to say. And he's like, Merry Christmas. I know what you can say. So back with Gladiator and Cannonball, he pings the fuck out of him, goes flying, crashes into a building again. This is kind of cool. You can see both their like energy tails as they crash there and then they fly away. And Gladiator's just he's fucking really fast. He's like Superman. And he's like, I'm faster than you. And he wraps him up with some shit. But Cannonball is able to break free. And Gladiator's getting sick of this. And I would too. Like, why are you fighting me? Why are you doing this? You don't know why I'm here. And he's like, I'm going to throw you into the fucking center of the sun. You're joshing, right? Joshing. He's like, no, he can do it too, but he can do anything he sets his mind to. This is going to hurt unless, and he gets this idea before he gets his fucking face pounded into paste. And he punches him, and he's all happy with himself. And Cannonball did something, and I think they explain it over here. So it didn't work. He punches him, but he just like took it. And he's like, is that your best shot? He's like, oh, fuck. You're not supposed to live. That's not possible. And he hits him. And he goes, like, Gladiator goes like flying into another building, probably causing dozens of people. Oh, you can see a fence down here. So it's probably a construction site. Yeah, you can see construction going on. So no one's there. You're lucky. Bravo! You channeled all the kinetic energy from his killer blow and directed it to your force field. Good job, I guess. How long have that been part of your repertoire? About 6 seconds. And so the rest of the X-Men just like showed up. And Gambit, he's like, call me Remy, Sam. Or Joseph at the very least. Like, fucking let it go, Gambit. And he's like, do you have any idea what this is all about? Not a clue. Well, did you ask? No, I didn't. Well, Jesus Christ, dude. So he comes busting up again. He's pissed off, but the rest of the X-Men are here, and they kind of like ask him, hey, what are we doing? And he confesses he was responsible. No, you really weren't. But he says here, as praetor of the Imperial Guard, I request a boon. The Shi'ar Empire is in the grave danger, and ye have been forbidden by the magistrates to interfere. So she's like, okay, we'd be happy to help. What do we have to do? He's like, it shames me to say this, but you have to go in my place. So he has these little balls or crystals or something. And he sends them off to these 6. Gambit, Rogue, Bishop, Boring as Fuck Joseph, Beast, and a human Trish Tilby. And he's like, but not Cannonball. He's like, to send a youth in such danger would lack honor, but I'll send this human who can't do shit. For if your 6 comrades are not successful, the Shi'ar Empire will fall and the rest of the universe will follow. Oh my god, dun dun dun. So 6 against the galaxy. So that's the end of this issue, and we'll stop the video here. Just nice little Christmas issue. Cool art by Joe Madureira. Cool to see a Gladiator drawn by Joe Mad and just see him in an X-Men comic again. He probably hasn't shown up since the Jim Lee issues. If I know what's what. So now we'll get into this, I think, 3-parter storyline where the X-Men are in space. At least this team. The rest of them are dealing shit on Earth. That's it. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. And as always, I'll see you on the next video.